What's up, guys? DCDude888 here with a preview for the new game Transformers: Rise of the Darkspark. All the footage is from IGN, I'm just going to say that now, but there's going to be a lot of talking in this video for what's going to happen in the game and what's going on. So, yeah, I guess we should get started with the trailer right away. Here we go. I'll also be talking to point out some cool stuff, and at the end there'll be even more of some cool stuff coming out.
For every force in the universe, there is an equal and an opposite. For every hero, a villain. And for every victory, defeat.
So what's up, guys? That was awesome, wasn't it? So far there's a lot of mixed reactions, but let's get straight into it about what we saw in the trailer. This is weird because I've never done anything like this. But, so first off, not really first off, but we saw Bumblebee. Bumblebee looks really cool, I think. This is the Transformers 4 Bumblebee, as you can tell kind of by the background. It doesn't look like Fall of Cybertron, yeah, and he's more looks like his Camaro stuff. And if you don't believe me, then you'll see in the next picture, but overall he looks pretty cool. I like his black face, and this does confirm what he looked. That was racist, and that does confirm what he's gonna look like in Transformers 4, you would think, and it's really interesting. So next up we have his car form, BAM. And this was a little quick snippet that they had in there, and you can see that is the Camaro 2014 with the curved headlights and stuff. And it looks like his guns are beginning to pop out of his front hood, which is pretty, which I think they did in several other games, so that's nothing new. But yeah, so that's basically everything we saw from Bumblebee, and we'll move on to the next character. So we have Optimus Prime here, and right now you're seeing his Fall of Transformers Age of Extinction face, and you can tell because if you've seen any of the Transformers movie, it does look like his face. He looks really good. The graphics are very, I don't know, very shiny. I like it. It looks very, fixed up, especially for a trailer, and there's him from a faraway distance with a big gun. As you can see, the city behind him. One thing I thought was cool in the trailer was the car. How it showed him kind of transforming into his car was really quick, but his little vehicle truck form looks very very slick, and hopefully this means it'll be more like open world kind of thing, but not fully open world. And then there was Fall of Cybertron, Optimus Prime, which does confirm that was Fall of Cybertron and Age of Ultron. You'd think, if not, then this would make no sense. But anyway, next character. So now we have Shockwave, and I know I just said Age of Ultron when I was doing Optimus Prime, but I meant Age of Extinction. And nothing too big about Shockwave. It was kind of obvious he'd be in the game after last game, but Shockwave is my favorite Transformer, so I was really happy to see him in the trailer. And look at that cool explosion behind him. That's how you know it's a Michael Bay film. But yeah, Shockwave looks really cool. Just look at the explosion. The graphics are definitely improved from the Fall of Cybertron game. And I'm happy to see Shockwave back in the game. Nothing too big about him, though. Next up we have the Insecticon, which I don't know his name. I don't know all the Insecticon names, but it's pretty interesting just to see him because it's showing that Insecticons are going to be in the game. And considering they weren't really they were really well used in the previous game in Fall of Cybertron, but it's interesting to see how they're going to be used in this game, especially since they put one in the trailer, and he looks like he's doing something pretty important. So if this might just be a little quick flash of something they're having in the game, or whether the Insecticons are a big deal, that'd be pretty cool. Like maybe the Insecticons are trying to control the Earth or something. But I don't know, I just did not expect to see them in this game. Weird. So we have Grimlock here, and this is a weird one to see because Grimlock is well known for being, you know, his little dinosaur form, and when he appeared in the Age of Extinction trailer, everyone was shocked. But I don't know how well he would fit into the game itself, because I guess they would have to have him because of him being in the Fall of Cybertron universe, and they kind of want to represent like both universes. So what they do with Grimlock will be pretty interesting on both universes. However, his little dinosaur form is pretty cool. I really like it. He looks like a very vicious dinosaur. Not trying to delve into the story, just his character overall, and whether if he talks or not, and if he transforms into a robot in the movie universe will be interesting, and we'll have to wait to see for that one. But I don't know. There's Grimlock. Looks pretty cool. There's his dinosaur, and we'll see what he does in the movie and the game. So, quick little thing here. I don't know this character's name, but Optimus shot some missiles, and like for a split second, you can see this little alien or this little Transformer guy shooting at him. And I don't know who this is. I'm sure your bigger Transformers fans out there know him like automatically, but I've never seen him before, and I don't know if a lot of people saw him, but that's who it was. This could be a little like multiplayer character, or it could be, you know, the next Megatron or Galvatron or Barricade or something. But yeah, so I just wanted to point him out really quick, and he's a little, who knows who he could be. He could be, you know, Ultron. What? So we saw for a split second this guy coming off that little airship, and I cannot tell you what universe this is, but I believe this is one of the people that we saw in the trailer. Whether this is Galvatron or Lockdown or Logout or whatever his name is, or whoever, he probably would be a villain. I could not tell you what universe this is. I tried, but it looks like it could be, you know, like when they first land on Earth, or when they had like Transformers 4 movie world. I don't know. So when the game comes out, we'll see who that is, or maybe in another trailer. The second one that came up was this one with Optimus fighting him. I believe that's him. And again, we don't know who that is. Could be Galvatron, Megatron, Lockdown, Lockout, Grimlock. I don't know. That could just be a random enemy that you face. But I believe this is the Age of Extinction world. So that could confirm that the other one was from Age of Extinction. And again, I don't know. Nobody knows too much. This trailer just came out a few hours ago, if that. And it kind of shows a little fighting mechanism in the game. He has a giant sword. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So yeah. So that is all the characters I wanted to go through in the trailer that I saw. Of course, there were others. I'm not saying that's all that we saw. There was Sideswipe and Shockwave. No, Soundwave. And yeah, I just wanted to point some of those little features out. So there's a couple things I want to talk about before I end the video. Is that one thing people in the comments were getting pretty upset about is that High Moon Studios isn't developing for this. They made War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, two great games in my opinion. A lot of people did not like them, but I know people aren't too happy about that, especially since this is the Fall of Cybertron universe. And if it's not, then this is going to confuse people, and people are going to be very mad. But hopefully Activision at least talking to the High Moon people about it. We'll have to wait and see when the game comes out for what happens, or another trailer or something. Another thing I want to point out is it comes out on the PS4, the PS3, Xbone, Xbox 360, Wii U, 3DS, and PC. Not the Wii 1. I don't really follow the Nintendo stuff, so I don't know if they're just completely done with the Wii 1 and just staying with the Wii U. But it's also coming on the 3DS, and one thing I hope they don't do for the 3DS is that they don't make it for like one universe is going to be on one game and the other universe is going to be on the other game, because that would just confuse the 3DS fans. But it's coming on the PC. That's good, because I remember Fall of Cybertron wasn't coming out on the PC, I think, and then they're like, fine, it is, but I don't know. That's what I remember something about that. So it is going to be two worlds. Hopefully this isn't two different games just in one trailer. Hopefully they're talking to High Moon, Activision. This is going to be pretty interesting to see what they do. It is coming out in 2014, not like a year away trailer, but I think it's going to come out probably on the release date of Transformers 4, the movie, which comes out like June 28th or something. Like, I believe that's what they're doing with the Spider-Man game. So yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll have to see where this adventure takes us. Thank you, IGN, for uploading this. I know I kind of just, stole the footage from you, but I give you guys credit. Link is going to be to them in the description if you want to see all the comments on that and stuff. Tell me what you guys think. I'm excited for this game because it's, the sequel to Fall of Cybertron, but I'm kind of iffy on the two universe things because High Moon isn't developing, and I'm sure High Moon probably was going to develop, but Activision's like, oh, we want two universes, and they're like, no, you idiots. But again, that's all speculation. If you want to discuss it in the comments, I'll be happy to talk about it with you, what you guys think the story's going to be, who you think's going to be in the game, who you hope's going to be in the game, like maybe Ultron, huh? God, I keep saying Ultron. What's his name? The big planet guy. Whatever. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Yeah, I'm really excited for this game. I've never done a video like this, but I saw this and I was super excited. So I wanted to make sure more people know about the new Transformers game. And now I'm just rambling when I should be ending the video. So I will talk to you guys later. Again, talk to me in the description, or talk to me in the description, in the comments. Description is gonna have link to the video from actual IGN, because this is their footage and all the pictures I got from that video. So yeah, I guess that sums it up, and I will talk to you guys later.